Horse racing fans, welcome back to Starters Order 7 here on Horse Racing Gamer. Do me a favor, at any point in this video, if you guys are enjoying yourself, make sure to smash the like button. It does help out a lot still in 2025, believe it or not. We're getting right into it from our last episode, but today we're doing something different. We're going to start with breeding. And when I say start with breeding, I mean I decided the sire I want to use. How would you pronounce this horse's name? Would it be Musaini or Musigny? I just feel like it could go either way. I was initially looking at Willow Dancer, and I waited too long. Willow Dancer is now in breeding status with Enhiver. Street Devil, I think that was another horse I was looking at, maybe. 4-year-old colt here. You see, Street Devil's not a bad horse. 7.3 furlongs, over a mile. So, this is a horse that can run on turf or dirt, it looks like. Didn't really have great success on the turf. But ran in the Ascot, ran in some big Breeders' Cup Classic races as well. So this is a horse that I think could be good for us. And when it comes to comparing Street Devil, the 4-year-old colt I was just looking at, see his profile here. Look at your past performances. And if you look at any offspring to see what they've achieved, nothing as of yet. So Street Devil relatively new. And I need to go back to the breeding thing, sorry. And then this other horse, excuse me, allergy season here, so I'll try to keep that to a minimal. We have, again, I don't know how to pronounce this horse, Musigny. See, it sounds stupid. I want to use this horse. I just don't know how to pronounce it. So I'm just going to go ahead and call it what I want to call it, unless you guys decide to... Can I rename this horse? Can I call this horse, like, Music Sign or something? Just something easier to pronounce. 'Cause I just don't like that horse's name. Or Music, Right, I know it says that, but, like, why would it give you the ability to type? I'm like, okay, maybe this is just some glitch. No, it actually stands. So, if it's between those two colts of... Musigny is what I'm going to call this horse, and then Street Devil, the other 4-year-old colt. I'm going to say I'm looking at Musigny, probably. No, Street Devil. Street Devil, higher career earnings. I just like that I think this horse, for what it's worth, not the same quality of races, but a couple of wins in there that I thought were pretty important to see. But again, I guess if you're comparing overall quality of class, you would probably go with Street Devil standing at Ashford Farm. And then we're going to go with Street Devil here. With our mare, Titania. Of course, she's pretty much only a maiden horse or a allowance horse. But nonetheless, the idea is to get something nice. So let's go ahead and do this. And that'll cost 102K. Titania and Street Devil. Confirm. Yes! Let's go! We have success. Titania and Street Devil will be mating here. And we should get a really decent long distance horse. So, yeah, excited. And we have 3 yearlings on the way. L'Eldorado, which is in-house. Okay. By Titania out of Guisho. And to see the sire here, Guisho. 4 miles and 4 furlongs. Yeah, this horse could run the distance and never ran longer than 1 mile and 4 furlongs. But, yeah, a horse that's capable of, is that right? 4? Is that supposed to be 4M or 1M? I don't know. But nonetheless, L'Eldorado, 1 mile and a furlong is his expected distance, so 9 furlongs for him. English Summer and Chief Yeoman, we acquired these two in the last episode, I think, or the episode before that, remember, from the sales. Look at their stats. English Summer. Decent potential. Enthusiasm is good. Probably can run on the turf, depending on what we do. I remember them saying this is our jumping horse, and one of you guys answered the questions for me and told me that we'd have to restart the file. So, doesn't look like we're going to be able to use this guy for jumping English Summer. It's kind of unfortunate, so we'll just have to do our best. And Chief Yeoman, another yearling here we acquire from the sales. No jumping ability. Going surface, flexible with turf or dirt completely. That's good to see. Potential rating a little bit higher. Good confidence, extra speed. So Chief Yeoman is who I'm really looking at for the future. But I'm excited for all three of these guys. And the greatest thing is they'll be our own in-house sires finally, and I'll have to acquire. What do I need? The stud facility for owners to send their mares, and that's money for us, right? I have a feeling we're really going to start enjoying this game. It's just a matter of time. So with all that being said, we have no races to go. Woven Silk was injured and still has a week for recovery. That 5-year-old mare we just recently acquired. Ring of Roses, 3-year-old colt, our newest one. We check out his form as of late. And our first race with him on the turf was a 9th out of 9th. So, obviously, yeah, I don't think I've ran with him prior to then, did I? I can't recall. I felt like I competed in this race, but I can't remember. I really can't. No, Campbell was a jockey I would have raced with. And then Jacobson. No, gosh, I don't remember. And it's been a while since the last episode for me, so I apologize. But nonetheless, a new colt. We need one, right? So, training wise, let's go ahead and get everybody to participate in this training session. We'll have Woven's. Actually, no, we'll just have actually, I'm gonna go ahead and skip training. I'm just gonna fast forward a couple of days until our horses look like they're ready to go. So, we have an updated status here with Woven Silk. I think I've been saying the name backwards, haven't I? It doesn't matter. Same thing. Jaded requires a few days of training. That's a given. So, we're on lot 2, I believe, for all of our horses. I think if I train them now, let's see. Is anybody ready to go? Okay. Ring of Roses, our colt, he's ready to go, but the mares are not. So, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and do a training session. We'll have Woven Silk lead. And we'll also have Desert Glow participate. Okay, I want to make sure. Make sure only those two are selected. And we'll have them run. I'm going to have them run like 7 furlongs. No, take that back. I'll have them run a mile. We'll start this training and then we'll go ahead and get our horses into races before we end today's episode. But that's still a whiles away, so don't worry. But I think this is where we're at right now in this playthrough. You know, we're just trying to see what we have with these mares. Desert Glow we've had for a while, so she's reaching the end of her racing career, but she'll continue to perform until she can't. There's Desert Glow out there in the front. 7 furlongs left to go. Let's skip to the end, and Desert Glow clears that from Woven Silk, who's just returning off of injury. That's the thing, Desert Glow looks like she's good, and then I put her in races, and just depending on whether I'm paying attention to the conditions or not for what will suit her, she ends up not doing the greatest. So now Desert Glow is not ready to go. So she needs more training. See, that's the thing about training in this game, is a little bit confusing. The horse will be in the green. You do a training session, obviously that's fatigue. They'll need to go ahead and heal, but still feels like she needs a little bit more. Woven Silk needs longer than this. Desert Glow is lacking fitness. Okay, so we'll go ahead and continue to proceed with training, I think, that way in this playthrough, just to make sure I'm paying attention and giving them the best chance to have some sort of success. With all that being said, though, let's actually try to get a race going. So the only one ready is Ring of Roses. 1 mile and 2 furlongs is what we're looking for our 3-year-old colt. And let's look for something that's after the declaration penalty. Of selling race, which in all honesty I'm not looking forward to doing. And if we do anything else, we'll have a late fee, but these late fees aren't even that bad, so I might go ahead and let's see what that's handicap race 100. You see, I like this C5 handicap 0 to 80. Going a mile and 2. Fits right in. Might be the post-time favorite. $1,300 for the late declaration. We'll go ahead and take that. We're going to go ahead and get Campbell back in the saddle. That's been working for us. Traveling 948 miles. We'll go ahead and book. And yeah, hopefully we come into this race as the the morning line favorite. We'll be able to check that soon for Ring of Roses. That's September 1st, so we'll have to skip some time. Let's actually go ahead and see if we will be the morning time favorite. We're going off at... They don't say yet. They have odds for everybody else, but not for us. Am I seeing that right? Yeah, interesting. The favorite is the 3-horse, Montparain. I forgot. Maybe because we just put ourselves in that race today. I don't know if it takes a day to register. But I'm skipping ahead, so now let's see if this is ready. All right, we come in at 20-1. There we go. So Montparain still the morning line favorite at 9-4. This race is within the distance. It's on the dirt. Us coming in at 20-1 is a bit of a shock, but I guess we'll figure that out. All right, Desert Glow. She's finally ready to go, I think. She's a little bit jaded. And Woven Silk still needs more training. So Woven Silk would train by itself. Until then, we'll get Desert Glow in a race. Desert Glow, she's looking for 1 mile and 2 furlongs, I believe, as well. Yeah, so ideally I want to run her between 7 furlongs and 1 mile. And I'm saying that if there's not anything else at her preferred range, because she needs to go longer than that. But sometimes you just don't find those races available. And I think I've talked about that in this game. So, yeah, we'll see if there's anything here for her. Probably a handicap race is what I would suspect. And not until October. I don't really want to wait that long to race her. This is quite a bump in competition, this 0-95. I think she'll be outgunned there. Don't want to do that. This selling race, she's way too favored. She shouldn't be in those selling races unless I'm trying to sell her. So I'm going to have to take a chance on a handicap race. Really, really, really don't like the idea of doing that. And that's why I'm saying, like, she's kind of limited. Can run her 1 mile and a furlong, maybe dropping her in some distance just to see if that opens up a little bit of easier competition for her. Like this 0-90, this is a bit better, but still no guarantee she'll fare the way I would like. So we're kind of stuck putting her in a race like this, and if she still can't make it work, then yeah, maybe it's getting closer to time to retire Desert Glow. I don't believe it. 2 finishes in second place in the last 4 starts, 8th, and then essentially a 10th last time out, which is not ideal. But there's a win in there, so it's like I'm just trying to give her a chance before we ultimately decide, okay, she can't compete anymore. So we're going to go ahead and travel to Chicago for this race. This will be field of 5, or excuse me, yeah, field of 5 as of now. And we'll be running 1 mile and a furlong. And we're going to go ahead and skip to the next day. Woven Silk still needs to train. Probably going to run this horse 1 mile and 3 furlongs right now. Must select 2 horses. Well, never mind. I guess we'll have to wait on that. All right, let's go ahead and skip. Ring of Roses will be up today. Race 5 on the card in Florida for this handicap. 25-1. No chance, they say today. All right. Let's see. Race 5. Somewhere. Here we are. Yeah, so we come in at essentially 25-1. And I'm still really not sure. This race is 1 mile and 2. Breeding indicator. And keep in mind, this is still a 3-year-old colt. We're still figuring this guy out. He's only raced 6 times. He's capable of running this distance. Whether or not he's going to be good at it is the question. And I'm just trying to figure that out. So, yeah. Hopefully we can. And as far as jockey orders, I'll say preferred tactics for this guy. Let's just say don't trail. Don't trail. I think that's the best thing for me to do right now, because anything else, they seem to like overdo it. Don't trail means don't fall too far behind. Just keep up with the pack, the front runners, and maybe we'll have a chance to finish in the top 3, right? All right. Morning line favorite is still Montparain, 3-horse, Presido. on board. Or excuse me, Cohen will be on board. Environment Friend, 7 going off at 13-2. Here we are with Ring of Roses. Purple Silks is what you're looking for, and we're off and racing. It's a nice, good start by all the horses except for the 6-horse Hasana. And again, the instructions for Ring of Roses is just to not trail. Hang with the leaders, and I like this positioning. Hopefully this stays more or less for a majority of the race. Long way to go, though. It's going to be Environment Friend, followed by Hassan Ali with the slow start. So Choosy, Ring of Roses in there in 4th. Cloudy Reef 5th. Mon Parain 6th, and only Vintage is the trailer. Less than a mile to go, and there's still 4 across the track, surprisingly. Coming into turn 2 here. Environment Friend still leading. Hassan Ali on the outside. Ring of Roses and So Choosy essentially in there in between. Cloudy Reef, Mon Parain, and only Vintage the trailer. They remain virtually unchained. Ring of Roses now moving up to 3rd, just by a head, but essentially going back and forth with So Choosy. Hassan Ali still taking that outside position there and running quite wide on the track. Surprised the jockey doesn't want to move that horse in, and you see Ring of Roses is being held up quite a bit, and hopefully that's not at a detriment to our race. In good position for Ring of Roses to strike. Less than 5 furlongs left to go. Hassan Ali still out there by about 1 1/4 length. So Choosy, Environment Friend in there in 3rd. Ring of Roses now making an outside push in 4th. Cloudy Reef behind in 5th. Mon Parain and only Vintage still the trailer. It is still Hassan Ali. Ring of Roses trying to get a run here. So Choosy and Environment Friend on the inside there. Ring of Roses, nice run. Nice run with 3 furlongs left to go. Now coming to try to challenge Hassan Ali, who gets going. You have Environment Friend and So Choosy still there on the inside. And then you have a late run from Cloudy Reef potentially on the outside. 2 furlongs left to go. Hassan Ali now with a nice little takeaway here by 2 lengths. Hassan Ali striving. Ring of Roses still in there. So Choosy in the inside in 2nd. You have, Environment Friend. So Choosy's back there in 4th. Furlong left to go. Hassan Ali is tiring. Ring of Roses still in there. Come on, Ring. Come on, Ring. Come on, Ring. Look at our colt go. Oh, so close. It's going to be Mon Parain, the favorite, just getting it in the end. But Ring of Roses going to hold on to 2nd place. That is a great effort for our colt that came in at 25-1. I'm like, why is he 25-1? This is a race he can win. He's supposed to handle the distance, and that's the confidence. That horse fought all the way, man. That guy fought all the way at 25-1. That is a tough colt we got there. That is what I wanted to see. That's a great way to start today. The favorite ends up winning. Mon Parain. Yes, that's what I wanted to see. Oh, I wish I could bet. It's not working. My aspect ratio is just not allowing me to do it all of a sudden. I don't know why. Gonna have to figure that out. I'm also playing on my gaming laptop. I have a PC, which is usually the better one, but not doing that. Ridden in the pack, appeared to suit well. Believe this trip's, that was a perfect trip, man. Great ride. Great ride from Michelini here. May have to continue to keep that pairing going. Really, really happy for that result there for Ring of Roses. Needed that desperately. We're not doing any auctions. Ring of Roses, my boy, that's a great 2nd place finish there with HRG Stables at that handicap level. I am really confident about this guy. I think he's got, average build, okay, disposition is normal, so this is a horse that I think, with his confidence level, dropped a little bit. Surprisingly, did he want to win that race? His confidence level, I think, was up here prior to that race, so that's interesting. He's fast, good finishing application. Apply itself in a hard finish. We just saw that, right? Enthusiasm not too bad, so maybe he wanted to really win that race, but I'm not discouraged at all. I thought that was a really good effort there from Ring of Roses. So Ring of Roses looking good. Next up will be Desert Glow. And we'll go ahead and skip to her race as well. And we'll have Woven Silk and Ring of Roses train next time out. Desert Glow. 1 mile and a furlong in Chicago. She's got a big ass today. We'll be at race 6 on the card. It's going to be a field of 4, and we come in as the morning line favorite at 9-4, so no excuses for Ring of Roses today. Or, Desert Glow. All right, let's skip to race 6. Right in here where the mouse is pointing is where they show you the race numbers. Sometimes I always forget. All right, big day today, big meet. Here we go, Desert Glow, baby. Going off at 9-4, 7-4, morning time favorite. Or post time favorite. You guys get the point. Don't trail and challenge later. We'll keep those instructions. We'll go trackside for this handicap 90 level class. 4-year-olds in the dirt running a mile in a furlong. Desert Glow is your favorite. And hopefully she can get the job done. If not, probably be her last stretch of races this year before I consider her for retirement next year. And Trujillo will be in the saddle. Mile and a furlong in Chicago, and they're off. It's a good start there for Desert Glow. Instructions are to not trail. Basically, same as last race. Be competitive. Challenge later. Okay, don't burn yourself out. And the thing is, she runs these distances comfortably, so I would think she'd be in a good position to actually make this race happen as it needs to. So Shabby Chicks can go out to the front here. Desert Glow is going to still be out there in second. Coup and the gang. Coup and the gang. You got to be kidding me. And Love Kate is the trailer. 6 furlongs left to go. Still Shabby Chick out there in front by about 3 lengths over Desert Glow. And the remaining 2 have remained unchanged. I would like Desert Glow to get to the inside here. I don't know if Cool in the Gang, which is really what that horse's name's supposed to be, just not letting him, or if this jockey Trujillo is just not really taking advantage. I hope he doesn't get himself pushed out. So I would like him to make a move at some point, but I'm going to trust he's going to do his thing and just kind of letting Desert Glow take that ride. But again, I don't like the inside leverage you just give Cool in the Gang there, as we have less than 3.5 furlongs left to go. Shabby Chick's still there. Okay, now Trujillo's going to try to move to the inside, move to the outside. I don't know what he's doing. 3 furlongs left to go as they round the far turn. Shabby Chick, she's got to get going, but here comes Desert Glow, the favorite. And maybe this is exactly the ride Trujillo was waiting for as we approach the top of the stretch. 2 furlongs left to go. Shabby Chick still out there in front. Here comes the gray Desert Glow, trying to mount a challenge. Cool in the Gang still back there in third. Love Kate's been out of this since the start. Shabby Chick, furlong left to go, still pushing. Desert Glow, does she have an answer? Furlong left to go. Desert Glow, there's the kick. Here comes the kick from the gray Desert Glow. She's going to absolutely run past Shabby Chick. Here comes Cool in the Gang to close in for second, but it's all Desert Glow to get it done. Cool in the Gang in there second. Shabby Chick third, and Love Kate finished fourth. 4-2-1-3, 4-2-1-3. I was really nervous about that. I'm not going to lie. Like, these jockeys make me nervous in this game. I'm like, bro, win the race. 7-4. Desert Glow, she gets it done. Yes, let's go. 2 for 2. 2 for 2. It was never in doubts. Boss, the distance was ideal today. You know what? You're right. Shame on me for having any doubts in your abilities, my guy. That's what we needed. So Desert Glow can still win. I remember seeing a comment, someone saying she's not capable of winning, or she shouldn't, or I shouldn't be racing her anymore. She can still win if I put her in the right races. So I'm going to say, yeah, I think we're going to have to ignore that bit of advice for the time being. So that's some good stuff there. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a training session, see who's ready to go. If it's not Ring of Roses, are you ready to go? Ring of Roses, this guy is ready to go that quickly. All right, well, we won last time. Well, we finished in second last time at the 80 handicap level. Let's see if we can repeat that. Before we close out here today. So we want 1 mile and 2. Maybe drop him 1 mile and a furlong, perhaps, just to see if maybe even a shorter distance could work, which I think is kind of what we did last time. Grade 3s. I'm curious how he would respond to that, but I also don't want to bump him up in class too soon. I want to make sure I understand the horse we have, but these selling races aren't doing it for me, so not a whole lot of options unless we want to drop him 7 furlongs to see if he can maybe be competitive in a shorter distance race like that. A conditions race in... where's this at? Albuquerque? Conditions race... less than 4 wins? This is a decent race from Ring of Roses. I mean, it's a little bit tough. Slight bump in class. Traveling quite the distance, almost 2,000 miles. Going 7 furlongs. Yeah, you know what? Let me go ahead and just stick to what he's supposed to do, and we'll just take the chance. Well, we'll bump him in class. If he struggles, we know to bump him down. The Grade 1 Jockey Gold Cup. Yeah, no way. And then this, even in this race, okay, you have Fun and No Mistake About It. 2 horses that probably have no business being in here. I'll take the chances. Ring of Roses with... let's try Trujillo. 1,300 miles will be traveling to Houston. Bumping class going from 80 to level 100 here. 3-year-olds on the turf. And that's also a different thing. So we have to figure out what our colt can do. I think that's the best thing right now. This race happens in October, so no idea if we'll even get around to it today. Actually, so what we're going to do, we'll train Desert Glow and Woven Silk. We're going to go ahead and just skip a couple of days. Before we go ahead and do another training session with these two, I want Woven Silk to lead and see how Desert Glow responds. I'm going to have you gals run 1.4 miles today. I'm going to test you. And we'll see how you respond. Hopefully, well enough. Watch. Then my lads tell me the distance was too much. The horses could not. Like, come on. Whoa. I'm like, where are we going? So we're off. Obviously, we're not going to watch this entire training session because I would never torture you guys. And Desert Glow is not supposed to be leading. I'm pretty sure I put Woven Silk as the leader. I don't know if she's capable of leading. Let's skip to the end. And no, Desert Glow, I wonder how far she can actually run. Her breeding indicator says 1.2 miles, but she handles that nicely. We'll see what the lads say after that. Woven Silk still what, half a dozen lengths behind? It's not ideal. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. Yeah, they both need a little bit more training, so that's okay. It's fine. Let's see what our lads say for Desert Glow. She's lacking fitness. So the distance is not bothering her at all. I probably just need to be training her more consistently. Woven Silk, same thing. So hopefully just a couple more sessions of that will get them ready to run. So next time out, guys, that's what we'll do. Don't worry, we're progressing. We're in September. Our next batches of races will come between now and obviously early to mid-October. And then the yearlings will be 2 years old next year, right? So that means obviously after midsummer, we'll be able to race these 3 colts, Lodorado, English Summer, and Chief Yum. And so between now and then, it's breeding, right? Finding good horses when I can. In fact, I can add way more. And Titania, successful, I believe. She has saddle note winners yet, but that's not a big deal. She's in good condition and she's in the breeding barn, which is perfect. So we could go to another sale sometime soon, look for another mare that's affordable, right? Desert Glow, 82K is not bad for her, man. And that a lot of that is come from us racing her on our channel. So not bad. Ring of Roses, he's looking pretty good. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm so glad that I've stuck with this game. And thank you to all of you that have helped me with the tips and are still continuing to help me. Like, I understand why some of you play this game. To me, it's the best at being able to scratch that itch for management, gameplay, and everything under one umbrella. I kind of compare it in a different way. Rival Stars has a very casual, user-friendly experience, I think, to it without the competitiveness outside of multiplayer. But this game is the realism and everything else. So next time out, we'll get our horses into a couple more races. We'll maybe look at some sales and see what we can do as well. Appreciate you all for the love and support. Until next time, HRG signing out. All you have a great for that today. We'll see you later, and goodbye.